In this video, we replace the water pump in the EDIC Galaxy 2000 Extractor. Use on a carpeting floor. But basically what you have to do here is there's a screw down there. There's a screw on this side. When you change your pump, of course, you got to take the tubing off. And the only way after it's been connected for, in my case, at least 10 to 12 years, you have to pretty well cut it off at the end of the elbow. When I did this, I didn't have enough when I had the new pump installed. So I had to wait around for about 3 weeks to get new tubing from EDIC. I ordered it through a distributor, or you might be able to get it online. On the right at the top is the reinforced nylon tubing, which I got at Home Depot. That's very good for the output. As you see, the coiled tubing with heavy duty wire and sort of a rubbery vinyl. It's necessary because we open up the extractor and it's like a clamshell. And if you use the other type of tubing that I've got there, it will fold and it will collapse when you're using it. As far as the wiring, I cut and spliced each color wire together, soldered it, and used heat shrinkable tubing. I was able to take the bolt out of the old pump for the green and yellow stripe wire and replaced it by removing the bolt on the new pump and then putting the bolt back in. I even found another ground wire that wasn't connected and attached it. It's very important that you do use the right tubing for the input. But I did something a little bit different. I took the nylon elbows out and went and bought brass ones. I got those at True Value Hardware. And it's 3/8 by 3/8 in case you're interested. Two things I want to point out. One is right down there. There's a filter that more or less pops out. There's another filter right here that twists out, and they must be cleaned. This is a female quick disconnect. I use it for diagnostic purposes. I plug this female quick connect into the male quick connect shown here. And at that point, if I'm someplace where I can eject water from there, I can test to see the water flows through the extractor. However, you can't put much in because you're going to open the clamshell again to see if you have any leaks. And if after you get that done, then the big question is your wands. Whether it's your upholstery cleaner or your floor wand, you'll have to check and see if that's working. And what you can do is take off the quick disconnect and plug that in and see if you get flow and everything's working fine. I have had problems with the actual hose itself on the upholstery cleaner being clogged. Also, the brass elbow coming from the clean water that's dispensed into the pump. The vacuum motors I haven't dealt with, and I haven't had a problem with them ever. But that doesn't mean that they won't fail. And if they do, and if I fix the unit, I will put up another video. Remember, this is an overview. I didn't want to get into every nitty-gritty detail of doing this. I gave you a lot of suggestions. Whether or not you follow them or whether or not you don't is completely up to you. I'm not saying that your problem is the same as mine. It will take some troubleshooting on your part and research to deal with it.